Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today I have a very interesting guest who will be talking about his company, a company that has been making an impact here in Illinois. And help me welcome Mr. Jack Kang.
Thank you for
Mr.
having
Jack
me.
Kang, welcome to our show.
Oh, again, thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Okay, Jack. Jack is the product manager of Xylem Bell and Gossett Company. And Xylem Bell and Gossett has been making an impact, one of the oldest companies in Morton Grove. And you had a big celebration. Last December 7, 2016, when your company was proclaimed what?
Well, basically, we were proclaimed Bell and Gossett Day in Illinois.
Bell, yeah.
What it signified was our longevity in the state. So we've been in the Illinois area for 100 years, 75 years in one location.
75 years.
In Morton Grove. So
But it's really 100 years old.
yeah, it's got a 100-year history. It makes us very proud because we're one of the very rare companies out there that has that type of longevity. It's very rare to see that out of manufacturers nowadays, and Xylem is actually very proud of having that history, and then the product innovation and giving back to the community that Bell and Gossett does, and we certainly look forward to doing that for the next 100 years. Now that we are situated in Illinois history.
And it really coincided with a very important history in our country.
Yeah, very few people outside of the industry actually know, but Bell and Gossett itself in the Morton Grove facility was opened up on December 7th of 1941. The other obviously very big historic fact of that day was that it was Pearl Harbor. So once the facility was opened, it was converted right away to help with the war efforts. And we had people within the Bell and Gossett community actually serve in the war as well, which we are very proud of, and certainly thank them for their services there. But very long history, been in the
Very
same
long
location.
history.
So a very rich history for the company.
Good. And maybe you can tell our viewing audience, what does Xylem Bell and Gossett do as a company?
Sure. Well, so Xylem itself is the parent company for Bell and Gossett, and it's one of the very few, if not only, pure play water companies in the industry. And what I mean by pure play is that it actually services water out of the ground, applies that water in buildings and other applications, and then puts the water back in. So there's a transport, a treatment, plus an application half or component to the water itself. Bell and Gossett itself is on the commercial building side, so we take the water that comes out of this resources and then apply it indoors. What we're known for is the HVAC industry, so we do heating and cooling for commercial and residential buildings. And we've been an industry leader in that specific space for a very long time.
And it's a public company?
Yes, Xylem itself is a public company based out of Rybrook, New York. You can find it on the stock market itself. Bell and Gossett is just one of the main brands under the Xylem parent company.
Very interesting. And you have been involved with the company for how long?
I've been with Xylem Bell and Gossett for 10 years now. Various
Doing,
roles.
You're an engineer, I guess.
Engineer by education, but coming to the company itself, it's both a bit of engineering from an application standpoint, but a lot more product marketing, product management, and business-sided activity. So it's a nice blend of both for anybody that's interested in not only the technical side, but also the business side of things.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Very young and very successful indeed.
Well, I wouldn't say very young.
And how about this little Red Schoolhouse?
So that's actually one of the more interesting things of Bell and Gossett's history. The Little Red Schoolhouse was opened in 1954. It's got over 60 years of history now. It was originally opened to teach the industry itself on how to design and install heating systems residentially. Over the years, it's actually grown to much larger applications. We've trained the industry. There's been over 62,000 engineers, wholesalers.
62,000?
In this 60-year history, yeah.
Really?
There's been over 62,000 people
That's
that's gone
really
through.
huge.
Yeah, and what that has really done is cemented Bell & Gossett as an industry leader in the design of HVAC systems. So we're considered the experts and the trainers of the industry itself. So we have a lot of recognition in the industry with the engineers, installers, and contractors, but at the same time, professional organizations like ASHRAE, or the American Heating and Refrigeration Association of Engineers. So it's a very, very large outreach.
Is it a huge schoolhouse?
Actually, it's very small from that
Very
respect.
small.
It seats 45 people. But there's a lot of very interesting interactive components to the schoolhouse. Because of the fact that it seats 45 people, we run multiple instances of training
And
throughout the year.
it is a continuous training
Basically, yeah.
for
Yes.
about 9 months.
No, it's
For about-
right. The schedule is for 9 months. The classes are for about 3 days a week, pretty much 8 hours a day. So very, very intense, very detailed.
Intense, I
Yes.
bet.
And it's very hands-on, led by instructors that are well-known in the industry itself. But I think the value of the Little Red Schoolhouse and the people that come in is the fact that you get to exchange ideas and conversations with different types of people in the industry. So you're not seeing just your very localized viewpoint on HVAC systems. You get to see the guy from New York, you get to see the guy from Atlanta, and see what they think and how they do things. So there's a lot of sharing going on as well.
Which part of Morton Grove is it located? We're quite familiar with Morton Grove,
So
but I don't think I've seen the name.
So Bell & Gossett, it doesn't have the Bell & Gossett name. It has its
No.
island name on the front of the building itself. It's actually very close to Niles West High School. So Oakton.
Niles West High School?
Yeah, Oakton Street and Austin
Oakton, right.
are the main intersections for Bell & Gossett. Basically, the Americans headquarters for that division is. I work for Bell & Gossett, which is part of the AWS, or Applied Water Systems division of Xylem.
Oh, okay. The company seems to be really following the requirements of the Department of Energy, federal energy regulations.
Yes, yes.
All these years and ahead, even ahead.
Yes,
Of the
so-
regulations. How do they do that?
So the company itself, all the management and leadership there recognize that.
Yeah, for sure.
Energy efficiency.
You have to be a leader.
Yeah, and we got a position in the industry as a leader. So the management team and leadership at the company realize that energy efficiency is one of the
Efficient.
pillars of things
Yeah.
going forward. So we're very active in the organizations out there, the pump organization with Hydraulic Institute, interacting with the Department of Energy. Knowing that, we went full on to redesign all of our products. So the E-Series products that's under the Bell & Gossett name have been designed to the high standards in the industry right now for energy efficiency. We've also introduced some new concepts to the industry itself on how to operate the pump to better reduce the amount of electrical usage that you will use in the system. So what we brought out with the Power of E and efficiency islands, basically showing the product having a very large area of efficiency, places us still in the leadership position. So we're ahead of the curve by 3 years, and establishing ourselves as the company with the most energy efficient pump platform. And-
Terrific. Wow. A leader in such industry. That's hard to do.
Yes.
The company really has been doing a great job in this
Yes.
country. And the reason that it was recognized on December 7, 2016, in the state of Illinois as the Bell and Gossett Day,
Right,
right?
right.
And that will always be it, right? The date will
Yeah.
always be December 7 will always be the uh, Bell and Gossett Day in Illinois.
In Illinois, yes. We had a ceremony at our location with the mayor that presented
Must have been a big celebration.
It was relatively large, yeah. We had a lot of people come in, the mayor of Morton Grove, several publication editors were in, the commissioner for Cook County was in as well. So, very large celebration to commence the dedication for Bell and Gossett on that day. So, very exciting.
Terrific. Congratulations,
Thank you very much.
Mr. Jack King. We're honored to have him here today as the product manager from Silent Bell and Gossett Company.
Thank you very much. It's been my pleasure.
Thank you for gracing our show. At maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.